Labour Party leadership nominee Konris Maynard is dismissing the notion in the public domain that he was endorsed by opposition leader Dr. Denzil Douglas. In fact, Mr. Maynard said while he would love an endorsement from Dr. Douglas, the party leader has instead supported the candidacy of all three nominees seeking the leadership position.
People will always hold on to one little bit and then make inferences from that. And so it is not so that the Labour Party will be handed to anyone. Dr. Douglas is committed on allowing the process to proceed, as you heard him say today. In fact, he is resolute that the party ought not to be just handed to someone, and that is why he encouraged that all who wanted to be a part of the process must be given an opportunity to be a part of the process. Because the reality is, if you're saying that Dr. Douglas still has that type of pull and he has that sort of reverence within the party, certainly he could have assisted in directing everybody to one person, but instead he did it different to that. He encouraged that all persons who had indicated internally that they had an interest to be leader of the party to be given that opportunity for the delegates to choose.
Mr. Maynard said he would be open to taking advice from Dr. Douglas if he were to become leader.
I mean, I do not understand that that could be a realistic suggestion, that your established leadership of the past has no avenue through which they will provide advice. The wisdom of any leader must be able to decipher what is good advice from what is not good advice. And you must be open to hear the advice of persons, but then make a critical decision as to where you go forward. So we encourage long-serving stalwarts of any kind to always be present in some form to provide that historical and institutional knowledge that a new leader may not have. But you must always be, as any new leader, in a position to discern what among all advice is the best advice. Dr. Douglas has served our party very well. He has had major successes in St. Kitts and Nevis and across the Commonwealth, and so there is always experience there to lean on and advice that will be useful.
During the Issues radio program on Freedom FM Wednesday, Dr. Douglas called in to indicate that he would not endorse any one candidate ahead of the leadership election. Instead, whoever wins the leadership post, he will fully endorse.
I have not endorsed anyone. What I have done is that, as I've said before many times, I suggested to constituency number 4 branch in a private meeting that they should consider nominating Konris, because at that time it was my opinion that the other 2 were already nominated. My own constituency branch, as you've heard, I said it myself, you've heard it before, my constituency branch number 6 nominated Jeffrey Hanley, Dr. Hanley, Honorable Comrade Dr. Hanley. I now want to say, to make it absolutely clear, that any of those 3 gentlemen who would have won the race that is on will be fully endorsed by Dr. Douglas. Anyone.
On November 28, a special conference of the Labour Party will be held to elect a new national political leader, replacing Dr. Denzil Douglas, who has been at the helm for the past 32 years. The other 2 nominees are Party Chairman Dr. Terence Drew and Member of Parliament for St. Christopher I, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.